Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
Hi everybody, welcome to Bayou Time Sports. You know, we are just getting underway with football season, but believe it or not, basketball is just around the corner. That's right, all of our colleges in Louisiana and across the United States of America are getting after it on the basketball courts, and that's exactly what our Nicholls State Colonels are doing. Just this past weekend, Nicholls celebrated Larry Wilson. Of course, Larry Wilson, who played over at Nicholls from 75 to 79, is one of the best basketball players to ever come from our Bayou region. But while and in conjunction with that ceremony, there were also practices being conducted by the Nicholls State men's and women's basketball team just to sort of show them off just a little bit, to get everybody prepared for what's coming. And I got to tell you, Tevon Sadler, the head coach of the Colonels, has done a terrific job. He is in year 3. The Colonels have maintained a winning record each of those years under Coach Sadler, and really have done a good job in conference play, always competing in the conference tournament. And I think that's going to happen again this year. Last year, 13-7 overall for the Colonels. Coach Sadler has a group of young men who are not necessarily from local area. That being said, we live in a day and age in college sports where a lot of the guys come in through the portal, and wherever you can get them, to be quite honest. There's only one young man on the entire roster who is actually from Louisiana. Not only is he from Louisiana, he's actually from right here in the Houma area, and that's Jordan Matthews of Vanderbilt Catholic. He is a freshman there, and he certainly had a terrific career over at Vanderbilt Catholic. I think he's going to be a really good one for the Colonels in the future. Coach Sadler, showing off that team on Saturday, also had a lot to say about what he's expecting from this team, and we were very fortunate. Our own Martin Falls was there to talk to him. Here's what Coach Sadler had to say about his 25-26 Colonels basketball team.
Coach Sadler, tell me about your team this year. They look good. Great day, Larry Wilson Day, and I know they enjoyed that, but tell me about your team.
I mean, first and foremost, I just want to congratulate Larry Wilson, pioneer for the university, pioneer for the basketball program. As far as this team coming up, a lot of size, a lot of athleticism, a lot of physicality. I've been really impressed with the emotional intelligence of this group and the way we share the basketball.
How's your team changed over the years? When Coach Landry used to coach, it was a slower approach. Everything's a little faster now. Skills are really improved. Talk about that.
I mean, I talk to Coach Landry all the time. That's my guy. I know they used to play with a lot of two big lineups. We play a lot of 5 out. We play with a lot of pace. I know we probably shoot 5 times the threes that they used to shoot back then. The game's changed, the game evolved.
How is your goal shaped by a guy like Larry Wilson and Shelby Hippolyte, Cleveland Hill, Coach Landry? I know you hear it all the time because you hear it Nicholls, but you're forming, you know, good practices with your players, good habits. So how does that influence you to see the past?
I mean, for me, without those guys, none of this is possible. The word we used for the week was gratitude. And so just paying it forward, understanding what's bigger than us, it was really important that those guys got to see Larry Wilson's headstone get unturned, and hopefully be one of them guys one day.
What's your schedule like this year?
We open at Kentucky. We go to Creighton. We go to Oklahoma State. We play Tulane the day after Thanksgiving. We play Murray State. So we have a top 10 toughest schedule in the country. We'll be ready.
Used to be when Nicholls would go to play Kentucky at schools like that, the mindset was, let's just go, have a little fun, make some money for the school. Not with you. You go there to win.
Yeah, I mean, that's our biggest goal. I think JT does an incredible job letting us schedule how we want to schedule. But when we go play those high major games, we expect to win a game. We don't go nowhere that we don't think we can win. And opening night versus Kentucky be one of those nights.
Talk about your players this year.
We got Trey English, we got Sincere Malone, we got Jalen Searles returning. We got Z, who's a second team All-Big Sky. We got Jalik Dunkley. I mean, we got a lot of guys. We got 10 transfers. The biggest thing I'll say about them, they're unified, they're connected. And for it to be September, I think 7th, I love where we are. I think we're a little ahead of schedule.
You look like you could still play.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the day, depending on who asks.
Coach, congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Kevin Sadler, head coach of the Nicholls State Colonels basketball team. Listen to this schedule, folks. They started all off on November 4th, but they're not in Stouffer Gym until December 6th. So there's basically a whole month where the Colonels are going to be on the road. And this is if there's a tougher schedule in the United States, I don't know who has it. They open up at Kentucky, right? Blue blood, Kentucky. Now, I get it. Eastern Illinois is the next game. That is played in Charleston, Illinois. I don't know much about Eastern Illinois. Then they play Valparaiso, which is always a good basketball program. Then they have Murray State, the Racers, who are always a good basketball program. Then they go to Stillwater, Oklahoma, and they have Oklahoma State. Then they go to New Orleans, as he mentioned, the day after Thanksgiving, and they have Tulane. Then they leave and go back up north to Omaha. And in Nebraska, they'll be taking on Creighton, the Blue Jays, who always have a good basketball program. So that's a really tough stretch there before they ever get at home. And when they get at home, they start Southland Conference play, and that's against UIW. Ironically enough, the football team started against UIW. So does the basketball team. Again, that's going to be on December 6th. Hopefully we can pack it in Stouffer for that one. And they do get on the road one more time for a trip outside of conference. That's to Pacific University in Stockton, California. And the rest of those games are going to be basically your Southland Conference games. So again, thanks to Coach Sadler for a little bit of time this past Saturday with Martin. Got to take a break. We'll be back after this.
This segment was brought to you by Tevon General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.